Every desire you think is yours isn't. You're being programmed, manipulated, controlled by forces you can't even name. And the worst part? You're doing it to yourself. Here's what's really happening. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. Your deepest desires aren't authentic. They're installed. Society, culture, media, they've implanted wants into your psyche so seamlessly that you defend them as if they were born from your soul. You don't want that car. You want the status it signals. You don't want that relationship. You want the validation it provides. You don't want success. You want the escape from your fear of worthlessness. This isn't cynicism. This is reality. And understanding this reality is the first step to actual freedom. But freedom is dangerous. Niccolo Machiavelli understood something most people miss. Human beings don't want truth. They want comfortable illusions. In 1513, exiled and tortured, he wrote The Prince, not as a guide to tyranny, but as a mirror to show us what we actually are. He wrote, "Men are so simple and so subject to present necessities that he who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived." Read that again. Will allow himself to be deceived. We choose our delusions. We volunteer for our cages. What this means for you is devastating. Every desire you're chasing right now, scan it. Interrogate it. Ask yourself, is this mine? Or was this given to me? Machiavelli identified 5 layers of desire that control human behavior. 5 invisible chains that keep you running on someone else's wheel. Most people live their entire lives without seeing even one of these chains. Let's break them down. Principle 1. You desire to appear virtuous more than to be virtuous. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." This is why you share the charity donation but skip the actual volunteering. Why you post the workout selfie but quit the program in 3 weeks. Why you buy the business book but never implement a single chapter. In Machiavelli's Florence, nobles spent fortunes on public displays of wealth while their families starved in private. Sound familiar? Today, the guy financing a BMW while living in a studio apartment. The girl with designer bags and crippling credit card debt. The entrepreneur with the perfect Instagram and an empty bank account. Stanley Milgram's experiments proved this. 65% of people will torture someone if it makes them appear obedient to authority. Appearance trumps morality every single time. Tactical application. Next time you feel the urge to broadcast something, pause, ask, am I doing this or displaying this? If you can't do it in private, you don't actually want it. You want the audience. Principle 2. You desire to be ruled more than to be free. This one stings. Machiavelli observed, men nearly always prefer to walk in paths marked out by others and pattern their actions through imitation. Translation. You want someone to tell you what to do. Freedom is terrifying. It means responsibility. It means uncertainty. So you outsource your thinking to influencers who tell you what to want, to algorithms that tell you what to watch, to experts who tell you how to live, to movements that tell you what to think. The Stanford prison experiment showed this in 6 days. Given the chance, people immediately create hierarchies. Guards and prisoners, rulers and ruled. Your job has a dress code? You follow it without question. Your feed shows you content? You consume it without thought. Society has invisible rules? You obey them without awareness. The Ash conformity tests proved 75% of people will deny objective reality to fit in with a group. You're not seeking truth. You're seeking belonging. Tactical application. For 1 week, question every automatic behavior. Why do you check Instagram first thing in the morning? Because you want to, or because everyone does? Why are you chasing that promotion? Because you value it, or because it's the next step? The warrior breaks the pattern. The slave repeats it. Principle 3. You desire security more than you desire greatness. Machiavelli watched men of talent waste their lives in comfort. He wrote, "Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great." But you've reversed it. Where the comfort is great, the willingness disappears. Rome didn't fall to barbarians, it fell to comfort. Citizens who preferred bread and circuses to the discipline that built the empire. Today, you have a business idea, but the 9 to 5 is safe. You want to create art, but Netflix is easier. You dream of transformation, but your current life is comfortable. Research by psychologist Abraham Maslow showed only 2% of people ever pursue self-actualization. Not because they can't, because it requires leaving the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is a beautiful prison. Tactical application. Identify your golden cage. The one thing that's comfortable enough to keep you, but empty enough to kill you slowly. Is it a relationship that's fine? A job that's stable? A city that's familiar? Now ask, in 10 years, will I regret staying here? If yes, the warrior leaves. The philosopher understands why most won't. Principle 4. You desire beautiful lies more than ugly truths. This is Machiavelli's darkest insight. Men are so simple and yield so readily to the desires of the moment that he who will trick will always find another who will suffer to be tricked. You want to believe that you're special, you're not yet. That success is easy, it's not. That you'll change tomorrow, you won't without systems. That the person selling you something cares about you, they care about your wallet. In the 1500s, the church sold indulgences, literal tickets to heaven. People knew it was probably fake, they bought them anyway. Today, crypto schemes promising 1,000 times returns. Fitness influencers selling secret supplements. Gurus selling courses on selling courses. The scam doesn't work because it's clever. It works because you want it to be true. Confirmation bias research shows you'll ignore 100 pieces of contradicting evidence to believe one piece that confirms your desire. Dating the wrong person? You'll find reasons to stay. Following the wrong path? You'll find evidence it's right. Chasing the wrong dream? You'll find gurus to validate it. Tactical application. When someone tells you exactly what you want to hear, run. The truth is rarely comfortable. Real growth is never easy. Actual transformation requires death of who you were. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. The master seeks truth. The fool seeks comfort. Principle 5. You desire slavery as long as it sounds virtuous. The final chain, the most insidious. Machiavelli observed princes who enslaved populations by making servitude sound noble. Serve the kingdom. Sacrifice for the greater good. Your duty to the state. Millions died in wars because dying for your country sounds heroic. Today, you're enslaving yourself with noble-sounding words. Hustle. Work yourself to death for someone else's dream. Loyalty. Stay in toxic situations because leaving feels wrong. Family obligations. Sacrifice your life for people who wouldn't do the same. Playing it safe for the kids. Using your children as an excuse for your cowardice. You wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. You brag about how little you sleep. You sacrifice your health, relationships, and peace, and call it dedication. But ask yourself, dedicated to what? To whom? Japan has a word, karoshi, death from overwork. They literally work themselves to death for companies that will replace them in a week. Sound extreme? You're doing a slower version right now. Tactical application. List everything you're doing out of duty, obligation, or responsibility. Now ask, if I died tomorrow, would this matter? If no, stop doing it. The warrior serves his own mission. The slave serves everyone else's. So here's where you are. You now see the chains, the implanted desires, the comfortable lies, and you face a choice. Option 1. Close this video. Forget everything. Return to the comfortable illusion. Keep chasing desires that were never yours. Die never knowing who you could have been. Most people choose this. It's easier. Option 2. Step into the darkness of truth. Strip away every false desire. Reconstruct yourself from the ground up. Face the terrifying freedom of choosing who you become. This path is lonely. Few have the courage. Machiavelli himself died in exile, broken and forgotten. But his words outlived empires because he chose truth over comfort, reality over delusion. The question isn't whether you can do this. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? Here's your challenge. Take out a piece of paper right now. Write down your 3 biggest desires, the things you think you want most. Now, for each one, ask, when did I start wanting this? Who benefits from me wanting this? Would I still want this if no one ever knew I had it? Be ruthlessly honest. You'll discover at least 2 of those 3 desires aren't yours. This isn't information. This is transformation. But information without action is just entertainment. Will you do this exercise? Or will you just watch another video and stay exactly where you are? Most of you won't do it. You'll scroll to the next dopamine hit. And that's fine. Machiavelli would expect nothing less. But for the few who do, welcome to the beginning of actual freedom. One final warning. Understanding human nature is dangerous knowledge. You'll see manipulation everywhere, in marketing, in relationships, in yourself. You can't unsee this. Your friendships will change. Your relationships will be tested. Your entire worldview will crack. Is that a price you're willing to pay? If you're still here, you already know your answer. Subscribe for more uncomfortable truths. Comment below, which desire are you interrogating first? And remember, the master sees the game. The slave doesn't know he's playing. Which are you?